Take it away, Addie. Thank you.
So it's Addie, not Audrey. There we go. So I'm standing at the front of the jazz band. I have my trombone over my shoulder, and I'm just thinking, holy shit, why do I have this instrument in my hand? Holy shit. My face is bright red. I look up and I see my really intense Army band director being like, you're gonna be awesome. And I was like, fuck, I never wanted to play this instrument. I signed up for the jazz band when I was in 5th grade. All my friends were really excited. They were all like, oh, we're gonna play the saxophone and the flute and the clarinet, and like, we're gonna get all the guys because we'll be so cute and have our little instruments. And I was like, okay, I mean, like, I'm really awkward and I guess an instrument can help me. So I signed up for first flute, second saxophone, then clarinet. Then I was like, all right, I need to put a 4th choice down. My dad was like, do the trombone. That's my favorite instrument. So I was like, okay. And then, of course, all my friends get the saxophone. They're sitting there looking really great with their tiny little instruments. And then I get handed the trombone. And my band director turns to me and he's like, Addie, I know you didn't want to do the trombone, but like, I know you can do it. You have this challenge in front of you and you're gonna be awesome. And I was great. I was really good at the trombone and I hated every second of it. Because I would stand up and all my friends had their tiny little instruments and I had this big, honking, brass piece of shit on my shoulder. And I was like, oh my God, there's so much spit in this instrument. I hope it doesn't fly out. And of course, my crush, who I'd been wanting to be with since I was in like 1st grade, is sitting right in front of me in the trumpet row. And he keeps looking over at my friends with the saxophone, being like, you know, flirting with them, making eyes at them. And my band director tells me, Addie, you're the best trombonist in the band, and you're gonna have the big solo for the concert. And I was like, God damn it. So he's practicing with me every day. He tells me that I'm doing really well, and I actually did really like it. I had a really fun time improvising. And then I learned that the big concert, what we're going to do, is the whole band is going to Disney World, which is like awesome, apparently. My band director says that this is the greatest honor I could have because I'll get to have a solo in front of like all these cool Disney people, and I was just like, God damn it. Wesley, my crush, is gonna see me standing up there. What am I gonna do? So we get to Disney World. Of course, I get mono right before Disney. So I have to be wheeled around in a roller chair. All my friends were going off on the rides, having a really awesome time, like meeting these different cool people, and I was there with my mom, sitting in a wheelchair, too tired to move, but of course I had to be there for my big solo. So as time goes by, you know, I see Wesley talking with my friends, and I'm just thinking, like, this is gonna be awful. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So the day comes where the big concert is. We're playing where they apparently, like, recorded all of the instruments for Little Mermaid and Lion King and everything, and my band director, who's normally such a tight ass, comes up to me and he's like, Addie, you're gonna be great. Aren't you so excited? And I was just like, I can't even stand. So he told me that I could play my solo in my wheelchair. So I was like, great, Mr. Myers, thank you so much for accommodating me. So the time comes, the song comes, and then he comes behind and wheels me over to the front of the band, and I was like, this couldn't be worse. So I stand up. I have this awesome jazz song that I'm gonna play, and I actually really like the song. So the solo comes, and I'm like wobbling, and I stand up, and I'm just like, oh God, I think I might pass out. I look down at the floor, and my vision gets a little bit black, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. I look up, and I see Wesley, and sure enough, that asshole is laughing at me, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. So I stand up, I got the trombone, I played my solo. The first 30 seconds, I was like looking down at the ground, and I was like, fuck, it sucks. Then I look up, and I'm like, no, I can be good at the trombone. It's a really awkward instrument, but whatever. So I played it. It was done. It was awesome. At the end of it, my braces were like cutting into my mouth. I sit back down on my wheelchair. Mr. Myers rolls me back. And that was my Disney experience.